Hello from Frozen Frontiers. Just a quick update video for everybody. Been doing a lot of finish up work, nothing really all that big, so I'll just walk around and show you what I've done. For starters, this room is pretty much insulated. This door, I'm gonna get a door for this weekend. I've just been waiting to do that until I get the rest of everything else done. This door as well, I'll get a door for. This isn't actually going to be a door forever. It's only going to be a door as long as I don't have that room over there built. The room that's going to be on the other side of this is the laundry room. So as soon as I build the laundry room, which will be next year, I'll put a door on that side of the container going out that way. And this door will then go there. So until that's in place, it's just going to be like this. These boards they're decent insulation for now. You know, R5, that'll at least keep the brunt of the cold out. I've got this in here. It's on a chair. It's not like the most sturdy thing, but it's strapped in so it can't just fall off. And I'm pretty sure if it fell, it's got some kind of sensor in it to make sure that it shuts off anyway. So yeah, but I've got this cabling looks awful right now because since the doors weren't on, I had to bring out some little heat pads. I didn't want to waste the tape that's on the bottom of them, so I'm just holding them down with stuff right now. And those are just to heat the batteries up enough to charge again. They'll discharge up until 4 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 20 Celsius. But they won't charge if they're close to 0 degrees Celsius or freezing, so 32. So I just needed to warm them up enough to get them started charging. So they are charging now though, so we're going at 3.5 kilowatts. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this room. Let's pull this in a little. Everybody's going to talk about how itchy I'm going to get, and yeah, you're right. I am going to get really itchy. Let's shut this light off. But, you know what? Sometimes you just have to deal with it. Let's take these, this, and this out here because I need to use them. Oh. Okay, just take them here. Shut my door so it stays relatively cool in there. I'm gonna put this board in there. Oh dear. Got all sorts of stuff going on. Then that board will just pull them together and hopefully block a little bit of the cold trying to make its way in. But that heater in there will keep it at about 60 degrees. I stayed in there for a little while to watch when it shuts off and when it turns on. So these two lines are no longer used. So this was the power line for the well and the water line for the well. They aren't being used because the water line is now like that. It's a good 10 feet down. Pretty sure we got 10 feet in most areas. I'm gonna dig it up a little bit though because I did the insulation wrong. So when you do the insulation on these, you're not supposed to put the insulation right on top of the line. You're actually supposed to put it like 2 feet underground. And the reason being for that is that if you do it right on top of the line, all the dirt and material up above it, the cold just passes straight through it without really any resistance. But if you do an insulation just 2 feet below, it'll go 2 feet down without resistance, and then it hits that massive resistance and has a lot harder time pushing through the rest of it. So I'll be doubling up layers of insulation on top of this, which I'm fine with because more insulation is never going to be a bad thing. I do need to finish the line from the well to the container. So right now it just comes in like this. I've got I've got some heating coil that runs inside of these insulation lines so that if I do ever freeze, I can just turn it on and it'll unfreeze. Right now, the problem I'm running into is that because this line is completely exposed to the air, it freezes. And because it's sagging, what it'll do is the well will pump water up and out and into the pressure tank. The check valve is right by the pressure tank. So this line right here loses pressure and the water just flows back down in, but not all of it does. Some of it will sit in this part of the line and just freeze there. And then that freezes the line. And then when the well pump turns on, it doesn't do anything. So I just need to get this. I need to get down in there and get the pitless put in. They wanted to charge me $3,500 to put the pitless in. The pitless adapter itself was like 50 bucks. So thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Plumber guy. I'm not gonna pay you to do that. I think I will dig this a little bit deeper though to do this, because I'm still debating on whether or not I want to move the check valve to right by the well pump, which a lot of you guys will probably say I need to, and you're probably right. I probably do need to, because right now what's happening, I think, is that I'm getting air in the pressure tank and that's decreasing its efficiency. But you know what, it's working for right now. I do need to pick up all this stuff and the Typar, pick that up as well. I need to flatten out this road. It got really messed up from running the excavator over it. The excavator is fixed now. The problem with it was the drive belt. They say that a lot of these drive belts will last the life of the system. So I hope that the excavator isn't turning into its end of life. It doesn't feel like it is, but got that fixed. I should probably open it back up and tighten up the tensioner again. They do say to tighten it after it's been going for like 15-20 minutes, which I ran it for a couple hours afterwards, so I do need to get in there, tighten that up. Let's see what else. Let me shut the door here. Let's not break all the wood that I just bought. Oh, don't close on it. I'll grab my jacket. It was getting really hot in there, so I have to take my jacket off. I'm gonna put a camera in there just so that I can watch everything that's going on. Sorry, you guys are gonna get the brunt of shaky camera this time around because this is a one take. I'm trying to put my jacket on at the same time. I haven't had any issues with the truck yet. The only issue that I have had, which I've known has been a problem for a long time, is the injectors. When I start the truck, it smokes quite a bit driving down the road. It'll pop a code for like low pressure on injector something, and it'll kind of die a little bit, but if I just let it keep going, it fixes itself and keeps working. So I mean, that's pretty much like the story of my life, right? You know, just let it keep running, it'll eventually work itself out. It's pretty fun stuff. Anyway, I'll go to this view now and just do a quick walkthrough. You can kind of see what all's finished. So deck, I mean, y'all have seen this. There's still a little bit of finished work, which is why the tools are still out here. I haven't moved the solar panels yet. Really need to get on that, because as soon as they start getting snow on them, it's going to be a real problem. So I need to get that taken care of, move them down there, just, you know, get things going that way. As far as inside, so y'all have seen this, but you may not have seen all of the moldings that are done now. So around the ceilings, around the windows, I also built these little window sills here so you can put stuff on. That was my dinner last night. Really yummy. I did seal this up. I just need to take that down and put the cover over it. I was going to replace those slats, but then we put the moldings on and I realized it's gonna be really hard to get those slats out with the moldings on. So I bought a cover to go over that. That way, if I do need to, I can bring the wood burning stove in and set it back up. That's like a, last resort. If I needed to, I could do it. So I opted to leave that in. I've got my smelly goods, which have been going a year strong. I just get them a little bit wet every now and again. It brings out the smell again. I got the door put on the pantry. The pantry is not finished yet. It just is used for storage right now. But it's so nice to not have that big water tank here anymore. It's so nice. All of these pantries are pretty dope. Pantries, cabinets, come on. Yeah, so this sink is really cool. I need to do some dishes, but I'll show you a little bit. So right now it's technically on. You just have to press these buttons and it'll do different things. You've got the regular mode, the swirly, swishy mode, and then the power washer mode. Yep, and the way you adjust the temperature is right here. So right now it's set to the hottest it can go. When you set it there, that's all the way off. So now if I pressed any of the buttons, nothing comes out. This button here is a cup washer. When you turn it on, it sprays everywhere. So that's really, really fun button to press when there's no cup on top of it. Let's turn this back on a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Then, moving down, so I did take the thermostat off for the in-floor heating. I'm not going to use it. It is here as an option to use, and it's pretty nice. Honestly, if I had utilities from the city, I would probably use it and just eat the power bill. Because, I mean, it uses a lot of power if you're in an off-grid system and you're trying to conserve power all the time. So, like, if I were to use this all the time, I'd have to charge my batteries almost every day with the generator. It'd be like every 36 hours or so. I got the hallway light in, moldings all the way down. The bathroom is pretty much done. I just need to put the moldings on the ceiling, one molding on the back, stain, which I'll do that when I do all the moldings. I did get the vanity, I need to put that on. So that'll just be a couple more lights for in there. The lights for basically everywhere work right now. My room's a little bit of a mess with laundry. I need to get it all together and do laundry. But, so I had a couple questions about where do you sleep? Do you just sleep on the couch? And no, that is not the case. So, over here you can see that there's a hook. And over there you can see that there's a hook. This is a hammock. I set the hammock up from there to there, and I lay in it. It's really, really cozy, really, really comfy. Like I used to have back problems sleeping in my bed because I'm a side sleeper, and so what would happen is I would lay down on my side and then stick one of my legs out over a pillow or something. Well, what that does is that cranks your lower back into a unnatural position, which is comfy for a while, but over time, at least for me, this may not be true for everybody, it starts hurting your back. And yeah, I had that problem quite heavily. So now in the hammock, I sleep really well, like really well. I went from needing, 8 hours of sleep to have a good night's sleep to 4 to 6 hours, or about the same amount of sleep I was getting before. So it is really nice. This pellet stove is working really well. I'm getting to the point where it's almost a bag a day. It's about a bag every 2 days right now, which is about $6. It's like $5, maybe $6 per bag. So that's, what I'm paying for heat per day. Yeah. No, things are going pretty good. I think I'm just about ready for the winter. There's, a couple little things I need to do here and there, mostly out at the shed. I do need to build a room for, I didn't show you where the pressure tank is now, but it's just outside of the battery room that I made, the electrical room. So I do need to get that you know, insulated so that it doesn't actually freeze. Technically, I don't need to, because I could just use those heating pads, but that's more power. Each of those heating pads uses 50 watts. And they get hot, man. They get really hot. So, and speaking of which, it's actually kind of hot in here. Yeah, they get really hot, so I don't think that they would let the water inside the tank freeze. But if I just build the room for it, then I don't have to worry about it. So I'm probably just gonna do that. Do that this weekend, get it done, and then be ready for the winter. Start on other projects, get other things going, other things moving. If there's any of you in the area up here that are watching that need any firewood for the winter, please let me know. Just leave a comment in the channel. I'll reach out to you through DMs and we'll figure out how to get you some wood, because I've got, it's all unchopped, but I've got a lot of wood here that's just gonna sit and rot basically. So get it taken care of if any of you guys need it. But anyway, I think that that's it for the day. For this video, I don't have really anything else to show, just working on getting it all finished up. Anyway, wherever you're at, I hope that you are having a awesome time and doing your best at it. One more thing to show you. This morning, this is actually kind of wild. No, you're not going outside, buddy. This morning I walked outside bare butt naked, because why not? This was, so this is Fahrenheit, Celsius. Right now, because it's in the sun, I'm sure it's, you know, up at 70. That is not accurate at all. This morning, it was right there on that second tick between 0 and 20, which means it was 14 degrees last night. The weather app was saying it was 30, so I definitely get colder here than wherever they're measuring from, which I'm sure is down in Willow. I'm like 10 miles away from Willow, so anyway, likewise, like I said, have a good one. We'll catch you in the next.